Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining me for our weekly pastor's update. Father Jim wrote the bulletin this week, and it's a beautiful note. And here's what it says: I write this on the winter solstice. Literally, sun stops. Today is the shortest day of the year. It is a cause of rejoicing since the days will now get brighter and brighter, longer and longer. Christians have traditionally celebrated the birth of the sun just when it feels like the rebirth of the sun is happening. So that's amazing. Jesus' light grows brighter and stronger in our lives. We are not alone. He shines through us. He lights our path and guides us. And better days are coming. Despite all the hardships in the world, look at all the wonderful things that happened at Spiritus Christi this year in 2021. And here's a list of things that happened. We raised $275,000 and purchased a new Nielsen house at 30 Millbank Street. Former Jennifer House director Delana Harper published her book, God's Teardrop. Lauren Erzetta Fry became our new junior high youth minister. We hired 32-year-old Reverend Seeley Kedovich to be our new associate pastor. We started a new combined choir and named it the Spiritus Christi Mass Choir. We live stream daily masses and Tuesday prayer 6 days a week. We hired Mark Bennett to succeed Sister Margie as Grace of God Recovery House Director. We hired Amy Durkee to succeed Maureen Marlowe as the Mental Health Center Director. 6 parishioners spoke during Lent on their journey with racial justice. Our church became a pop-up vaccine site to guard against COVID-19. We built a little food pantry adjacent to the church to alleviate local hunger. New York State awarded us $500,000 to build the Civil Rights Heritage Park at Baden Park. And then City Council awarded us another $500,000 for the same project, bringing it to $1 million. We held a naming ceremony in Baden Park to honor Minister Franklin Florence. Our senior high youth group spent a week fixing up a site for Noir House. We declared Juneteenth a church holiday, and we hosted a ceremony that day as City Hall raised the flag. Hope was awarded $150,000 to continue their work in Bourne, Haiti, thanks to your support. Young adults cleaned the yard of the new Nielsen House, among other activities. We celebrated the life and the resurrection of Margaret Whitman and Charlene Lenning. Our youth groups held annual retreats at Silver Lake. Our visioning board and parish staff took a 2-day racial justice training course. Religious ed children celebrated a week of vacation Bible school in the summer. I was given the Woman of Influence Award, the Woman of Substance Award, and the Key to the City. 30 people attended a strategic planning day for our prison outreach. Our 65 buddy readers did online support for children in 3 of our city schools. We hired James McIntyre to be my pastoral assistant. We held an online new parishioner night every month for our growing global community. And parishioners displayed their creative works at our December craft fair. So that's a lot that happened, some wonderful things that happened in 2021. So thank you for making this such a terrific year, even in the midst of the struggles. We send our condolences this week to Glenn and Patty Hollower on the death of Glenn's mother, Irma. Glenn, we send our heart to you and our prayers to you, and we're thinking of you during this time of grief and loss. We're also sending our prayers to the Russell family on the death of Lucette Russell. We're praying and sending our hearts to you. We also want you to be aware of scammers. Recently, some parishioners were scammed by online solicitors pretending to be me, asking for gift cards. They create fake emails, and it might look like it's coming from me, but it is not. So we want you to know that none of us priests will ever ask you for money by email. Never will we do that. So please do not respond to them. Delete it and report them. So here's our Christmas schedule and our New Year's schedule. On Christmas Eve, on Friday at 4 o'clock, will be our family mass where we'll have the nativity play. At 9 o'clock will be our first midnight mass. And then at 11 p.m. will be our second midnight mass. At 10 o'clock on Christmas Day will be our Christmas Day Mass. And then for New Year's Eve, on the 31st, we'll have our 7 o'clock New Year's Eve Mass, and there will not be a New Year's Day 5 o'clock Mass. There will also not be a Christmas Day 5 o'clock Mass. So I hope that you'll join us for that, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at all of our Masses this weekend, and I will see you next week for our next weekly Pastor's Update.